Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." This promise for a group of Burmese children in southern Thailand is coming to pass through a Burmese Christian school started by Love in Action. This school is the only chance for these children to be educated. Without an education, they are destined for a life of poverty and menial labor. It was the evidence of this cycle of poverty that birthed the school. It all started with this girl. Pastor Joe tells this story.
Some used to work in a restaurant next to the church and work 14 hours a day for $1. And we asked her to stop working and come work for church. And they started to teach her English, Sia and Bua, and that's how the school started, just from reaching out to her and her brother Mo. And we're really blessed to see her grow up. How old now? 14? 15? Oh, she's 15 years old. We started, she was 12 years old. Good English.
Through realizing the need and putting love in action, the Christian school was birthed. Now, Burmese children are picked up all over town to bring them to the school. To see the faces and excitement of these children is evidence of the blessing they receive, having the opportunity to learn, to read and write, have friends, and learn about Jesus. This lady sends her daughter off to school. You can see the joy and appreciation on her face as she waves goodbye to her daughter. As they arrive at the school, there's joy in the air. A game of soccer, swinging on a swing, playing and having fun like children all over the world. For this slice of time during their day, they are just like any other child, not an illegal immigrant in a society where they have no rights and fear and lack is a daily part of life, but safe, fed and cared for, and realizing they have a future and a hope. These children get to worship God, learn Burmese, Thai, and English, and are equipped with the basic educational tools to break the cycle of poverty in their lives. Joe and Joanne Cochran, known as Grandpa and Grandma to the children, are the leaders of the Burmese Christian school. Known and loved by the children and staff alike, they carry the burden of the ministry. They interview each child at the school for the sponsorship program. Some of their answers stood out. Grandpa Joe explains.
Another question on this questionnaire is, what do you want your sponsor to pray for? And it was a lot of insight came to me, and it really blessed me to see the answers. Many said, pray that the school never goes away. Many said, pray that I can stay in school. This is the only opportunity they have in our town for any kind of education. They're getting the Bible, that's very important. They're not, that's going to stick with them forever. But the other things they're getting is going to make a difference later on in life of the kind of job they have, the way they're going to be able to provide when they get married and have their own families. And it's so different than here. You might think, well, some of them are only in there for a year. What's the point? Well, over there, that's a life-changing year. That's like taking one of us and throwing us in something we've never experienced in our life for a year. And we talk to them enough. We know that even with a short time in the school, their mind, their spirit gets pointed to this I can have, this I can go for, this will help me. This will help me when I have kids. Because right now, many of them that are getting older, they're worried that they're going to have to quit school because they got to go to work to help the family. So we see it as an opportunity, and as far as my point of view and my wife, it's just like in the scripture, someone waters, someone sows. And even though this seems like a real short time that they're in school, It's, for a lot of them, it's a turning point in their life.
Little becomes much when it is placed in God's hands. This school and the impact it is having on the children and their families is made possible by the generous support by American Christians who sponsor the children, staff, and the school. And they are extremely grateful.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus Abada.
It is not only the children who are blessed. Many of the teachers have come to the Lord through working at the school. Grandpa Joe explains.
And the Sunday before we came back for our little break here in Placerville, we had an altar call. The last 2 teachers on our team that were not saved received the Lord. And Joanne and I we thank God for that.
So the children, their families, and the staff have all been impacted by the Burmese Christian school. It is this practical love in action that will have eternal effects. Transformed children will transform families, which will transform their city, which will transform their culture. And you have had a part. Thank you.